Have you ever bought something just because, on a whim, a little thing, minor in the moment, but now it has a place in your life and you enjoy it every day? It makes you smile. You'd never downsize it. It gives you that much pleasure, maybe years later. Sometimes, in my experience, the best things, the little items that you have in your house that you didn't plan for, oh, those are the best. They make a difference between a house and a home. I'm never sure why they're just so right, but they are. These are 7 little things I picked up on a whim. No plan, no shopping list, no pre-calculation, just something I happen to see and want with eagerness. They tickled me somehow, I guess. Played with my imagination, that too. And every single one of them, several I've had for years, they still make me smile. I'm a really careful person, well, in general, but do I treasure these little items where my carefulness lapsed? Totally. Let's talk about it. I just know I'll get started with my little list of things that I love, that I got in some magical moment when I wasn't really paying attention to my carefulness. I know I'll forget to ask you to subscribe, so please, that would be really helpful to this channel. It lets YouTube know that we really enjoy hearing from others in the same age space, a similar frame of mind. Yeah, it's very helpful for this channel. And if you'll hit that like button, I really appreciate that personally. It gives me a little lift when I need it. That's my little message. Let's get going with my little whimsies. Item number 1. And I'm sure you're not going to believe this. Well, maybe you will. Maybe you have one too. It's a laundry basket. What am I talking about? A laundry basket? You got a laundry basket on a whim? Like one of those plastic things? Oh no, that's the point. It's not one of those plastic things. It's got a kind of swish design. Who thought of a laundry basket that looks kind of cool? I think it does. It was one of those items, I know I've talked about this before. Every once in a while I go to IKEA, and most of the stuff in my house, the furnishings, linens, all of that stuff, it's all from IKEA. Going there is my special day. Anyway, early on, I saw this laundry basket. It was just a few dollars. I didn't even hesitate. I grabbed one. Who'd have thought I'd be attracted to a laundry basket? But I absolutely love it. It looks like someone took care to actually design it. Think about the shape and the swirl. I almost don't care that it collapses into itself, which it does. I just like it sitting in my bedroom, just where it sits. It makes me smile every time I see it. And how convenient. I can plop my clothes right in, right when I take them off. And would I do that with a regular plastic kind of laundry basket? Oh no, I don't think so. I'd have to hide it away. That's my item number 1, a laundry basket. Who'd have thought? Item number 2, really? My colored pens. Right now I have them in a marmalade jar. I like marmalade too. So what's the deal with the colored pens? Let me put them down a moment. What's the deal with those? When I was a kid, I didn't have colored pens. My mother was a little bit strange, and she told me one color of pencil was enough. I think I had an orange one. And at that point in my life, I went to a school. It was a French army school in Germany. I know you're not going to believe this, but that's where I went. And the kids, they all had like arrays of color pencils. And I just so wanted them. They went into neat little cases. They were mostly French kids, and this was in the 50s. I had never seen anything quite that wonderful. At any rate, it turns out it was expected for you to have an array of pencils, of colored pencils. And one day the teacher gave an assignment that had to have red underlines in it. And this was a problem for me because I only had an orange pencil. And my mother thought, one color pencil, that's enough. Yeah, really. And what happened to me? I turned in the homework, and what did I get in return? Oh, a blistering attack from the teacher in French. And I didn't know any French, but I knew it was loud and something was wrong there. And ever since, I knew I just had to have a whole array of color pencils. So throughout my life, for no reason at all really, because I can't use them all, and now I have a tremor, I can barely use a pen, but whenever I can, I do. I can reach into my little basket, my marmalade jar, and pick out whatever color suits me. A gray one, a purple one, a green one, a pink one. It doesn't matter. I write notes to myself in colors, trimmer and all. Now, am I going to use them for coloring at this stage in my life? Well, I wish. I'd still be coloring if I could. But yeah, a little bit of a shake doesn't really work for the coloring thing anymore. If those color pens are item number 2, they account for number 3 as well. So my number 3 item, check it out. It's a little basket for my pens. And why do I like that little basket? Actually, I haven't had it very long. That also is from IKEA, and I bought it on a whim. Actually, I ordered it online and then had it delivered. I think it was like $5. And at first I thought, well, how plain. And then I found my pens fit exactly in there. And the other thing, it's made in Bangladesh. Now, you might know from another video, I actually lived in Bangladesh for a while. I was teaching English there. And in fact, I was one of the few people I knew who loved Bangladesh. And I loved the Bangladeshis. And this little basket, the moment I noticed it was made in Bangladesh, and I could picture young women making it, and I would so eagerly want them to have a living wage, a little money, when opportunity is so scarce there, especially for young women. I had to have it. And I knew even with my $5 or whatever pittance it cost me, and gives me a lot of pleasure, by the way, whatever that happened to be, it would be really helpful to put money in the pocket of some young Bangladeshi woman. In fact, it might give her an extra meal that day when she'd only had one. So I love my little basket. And besides, it's so cute. Item number 4, you'll never guess. You probably haven't guessed anything so far either. But this one, I'm quite sure, won't enter your imagination. It's cowboy magic. Judith, what are you talking about with cowboy magic? Here's the thing. When I first got Brecky, I think the first year, I realized I didn't want to consume myself getting tangles out of his hair. Why? It was painful to him. Why would I do that to him? And then someone told me about cowboy magic. Well, this stuff, it's really intended for horses' manes and tails. It gets tangles out. So I got me some. Actually, I got Brecky some. And it takes just a dime-sized dollop. I feel like I'm demonstrating at the county fair. You want some cowboy magic? But see, it's perfect, yeah? The guy even knows the words cowboy magic. It's his favorite thing. And what's the general effect? Well, we used to volunteer, he and I, at a national park. He was a park ranger. And what I would do in preparation for our visits to the park, we were on the trails, I would use cowboy magic on him. And it not only disentangled his fur, it made it glisten a little bit and very soft. And what would happen as we made our way out on the trails? Everyone would want to stroke him. He was like a stroke magnet. And of course, he loved it. That's his thing. He could get stroked by 50 people in our 3-hour shift, and he'd want more. It was like Old MacDonald had a farm. You know, the part where it goes, we all pat the dog, we all pat the dog. And in elementary school, no one wanted to be the dog. Brecky loves it. And that's cowboy magic. Item number 5, my neck warmer. Oh, yeah. It's completely out of the season for a neck warmer, but not necessarily. Let me tell you about it a moment. I got it at a co-op, and yeah, I got it on a whim. It's got rice in it. You put it in the microwave, and it warms up, and it's a moist heat. It takes 3 minutes or so. And I thought, oh, it's $20. Can I really afford that? But I did. I had a surgery coming up, and I was a little bit anxious, and I wanted to have a feel of taking care of myself afterwards. I knew it would be a few days and then some for me to be at all comfortable. And so I got it. And here we are 10 years later, and I use it all the time, and not just in winter. In fact, I used it just today. Why? My hips are hurting. So I have it tucked beneath me to give me a little bit of warm comfort and to ease the muscles up a little bit. I often use it like that. And for my back. And then in the winter, I use it to warm up my sheets before I hop into bed. My feet are always cold. I bet some of you have that issue too. Item number 6. Something you all put me up to. It's my neon plant right here. I've never had one of those before, and I'm so glad I got it. I don't have a huge amount of experience in plants. Sometimes I wish I could have more, but in this little house, for a lot of reasons. They're not practical, or they look too fussy and the space gets kind of overwhelmed. And if they're larger, I trip on them. I don't like the cluttery look, even if I like the plants. But for years and years now, I've had splashy ones. Never spent very much on them, especially cyclamens in winter. Maybe you call them cyclamens. I had a huge hot pink poinsettia last winter. Oh, that was a whim. In spring lately, I've been getting some tulips. At any rate, I'd never had one of these before. But now all of a sudden, without much forethought, I have a YouTube set. And I love to decorate it with different kinds of plants. So I'm sure you've seen this evolving over the months. But the neon one, it's such a special color. It glows. It's perfect in the light I have in my house here. It flourishes. It's exuberant. I can mess it up. I can forget to water it, and nothing much goes wrong. I like that kind of thing. Low care. That was my item number 6. Item number 7, and this is quite the pièce de résistance. It's in my living room as a constant presence. It's one of the few things that I didn't downsize. It's that metal sculpture right behind me. Actually, it's a candle holder. I've never had candles in it. I just like it the way it is. And I'm not going to burn candles in this little house. I'm too afraid I'll set the house afire if I take a nap and forget them or something. And it's not necessary. I just like the cutouts. And I've had that piece since 1990. Yeah, it has the signature of the artist and the date on the bottom. But here's when I got it. And I actually got it out of a magazine. I think it was one of those things where you're on a plane and there used to be a catalog of things that you could buy. So you'd sit there during the flight and read that little catalog and be attracted to all kinds of things. Anyway, this caught my eye and I got one. It was my present to myself. Why? I had finished paying my student loans in 1990. I got it that exact month. I knew it was the perfect gift for me as a kind of congratulations present for being done with that part of my life. It was something special that maybe I could afford all of a sudden. Really, it wasn't that much. I don't know, $70, $80, something like that. And I love it. As I say, it's one of the few things I didn't downsize. I had to have it. And it's perfect in my little house. So much whimsy in it, so much fun recollection in myself, a sense of congratulations, both that I was done with an onerous aspect of my life and I could embrace a new one, and that there was something fun about me that was drawn to it. Now, I just know you all have items at home that you got for fun reasons. Maybe you were left them. Maybe you found them on the beach. Maybe off the cuff, you just bought yourself something. Let's hear what you got. It's always fun to hear the little stories people have about their things, the things they cherish, what they picked. It says a lot about them, yeah? Too bad the comments won't let you post photos, but a good description or a little story, that'll go a long way. And that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk soon, all right? See you then.